Hey guys, what's up? MHS Gaming here, and yeah, I'm watching Netflix. I'm watching Luke Cage right now. Luke Cage, I'm on episode 2, and yeah, I thought I'd come and give you a nice little thing. I like how they, like made the episode names. I think I heard they made it off like a rap thing. By the way, episode 1 is so fucking good. It's so good. I like to know where I can get the soundtrack. Well, some people will be like, the soundtrack is like available now or something like that. But the soundtrack to that episode 1 is so good. And another thing is, no spoilers, but the guy who wears like when you saw the dude with the thing, what's it called? A while ago they posted a video of some dude walking up to the camera, and behind him was a Notorious B.I.G. kind of people poster thing. Um, Episode 1 gives totally respect to not Notorious B.I.G. because he's like really um well really good at a rapper and all that cool stuff. Shut up. Um, my Instagram is going nuts. um, it's kind of really cool. There was one scene where these people are shooting this guy, and there was this little type of little piece of music, and it kind of reminded me of like a like a soul music, but mixed with fight music. It's like you're about to fight someone, and that music was like really cool. So yeah, I watching what's it called, the episode 2. I've only just started it today. I watched episode 1 in the morning when it came on, and I was like, continue episode 2. I do it like this really. I watch one episode, and then I watch the other episode. Like I watch one episode, and I watch it like 30 minutes. So like maybe 30 minutes, and then at night times, like I watch it like I watch the end of that episode and then start on the first episode, but I finish early on the next episode. So basically, um, I'm on episode 2 now. I'm watching it to the beginning. 30 minutes from now, I will stop that episode, do some stuff and all that, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of like the way the story's going. It's all about Luke Cage, and he's already got his powers and stuff, and he's shown off a little bit of his powers and all that, and yeah, I don't know. I thought I might vlog the series, like vlog or something like that. But guys, you may not know about this, but I'm a total Marvel nerd. I'm not like, you might be thinking, I'm not like like what's some call it. Oh, he's watched the comics, and he's watched the episodes, and animated series and all that. I actually read all the comics, well, sort of, and I know exactly what's gonna go on and stuff like that. So yeah, if they if they are so accurate with Luke Cage, and if they ever make that scene where Luke Cage is having his lunch with Daredevil on a roof and all that, and he's like talking about that, or if Marvel Defenders, the show that's coming up soon, is so accurate, then I'm gonna flip my shit right now, because Doctor Strange is apparently is apparently a huge, a huge like connection with every Marvel film to come and all that. And once Doctor Strange is finished, I'm gonna give you guys a little point out because I'm a huge Marvel fan and I know exactly what Doctor Strange is all about. He's my type of Marvel hero, like kind of thing. Doctor Strange is like like my one of my personalities, because I really love to be like Doctor Strange. Like he knows everything about supernatural stuff, and he knows how to get rid of them and all that. There'll be certain scenes in future Marvel films and all that, and yeah, I think when what's the call it comes up, when when Spider Man, one of these days Spider Man will meet Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange will be all over the place. One of these days Deadpool will meet Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider will meet Doctor Strange, and it'll be so cool. The only problem with the films nowadays, right, is that they don't have that connection yet. Like if Doctor Strange met Thor, Thor will not know who Doctor Strange is, and Doctor Strange will not know who Thor is. But if they, according to the comics, there's my PlayStation pad. I'm about to watch episode 2 right now. So, yeah. Can you see that? So, yeah. Um, I cannot wait for future Marvel comics, films, and all that. And going to the DC side, DC Comics side, I think they have done the opposite of what Marvel did. Basically, they have they have done the solo movies first, and then they come together in a big movie such as the Justice League and all that. Whereas Marvel, they have done the big movie first, and then the solo movies after. Like getting the story, advancing the plot and everything like that. I kind of like what DC Comics are doing. Like Justice League is gonna be so awesome when it comes out. There's got so many things that are gonna be answered and all that. And Batman's solo movie, that's gonna be even more awesome, because Deathstroke is the main villain and stuff and stuff. And yeah, okay. So one thing that I like about the um the DC Comics side is that there are so many actors that are portraying these superheroes. Like Henry Cavill is 100%, you know, nails Superman. And the guy who plays Superman in the Supergirl series, um, my personal opinion is that if you look at one of the photos, there's a photo online where Henry Cavill Superman and that guy Superman, I can't remember his title or something, but if you look at him very closely, it looks like Superman himself and Bizarro Superman, and that's where I think that in the upcoming Man of Steel 2, or whatever it's going to be called, I think there should be a scene where Superman faces Bizarro, and Bizarro is like his opposite side, and like what they did in the Superman 3 movie way back in the day, Christopher Reeves and all that. I think they nailed that as well. But yeah, I hope they actually do something like that, like make a like remake the scenes of the old movies, and I hope that Lex Luthor is gonna become like Lex Luthor in the comics, basically in the comics and in the animated series Justice League and all that. Basically, Lex Luthor becomes like needs like something. He's basically on life support or something like that, and he ends up building some sort of Kryptonian armor, which makes him like last longer. So sort of like an Iron Man of Justice League, but and then later on in the comics, he gets in contact with Brainiac, and Brainiac takes over, and then you're gonna get Superman versus Brainiac. That's what I think they should do in the Marvel comics, in the DC comics like side for the films. But you never know. The directors are the directors. You see, they will plan their own stuff. They'll do their own stuff. Um, whether they ruin it or not, but we'll have to wait and see. Um, yeah, if Batman was solo movie was really good, right? Personally, I think they should do like more than three villains. The Riddler should be in it. A Joker should be in it, and it's gonna be like like a cross between uh, like Joker making the killing jokes, like film scenes and all that. Film, like it's gonna have a killing joke kind of like taste to it. So then you're gonna see like the Riddler becoming like coming into the show. We've already seen Bane and we've already seen other super like the League of Shadows and Ra's al Ghul and all that. Like and in the next coming movies they should have like a Mr. Freeze kind of adaptation where they're told Mr. Freeze thingies, and then during the Killing Joke they should move on to like Dick Grayson and the other Robins out there. They should move on to a Nightwing movie, like that kind of movie and all that, and so which basically means that Nightwing gets a solo movie and Batgirl gets a solo movie and Batwoman gets a solo movie, and then after that it's gonna be like Batman of the future basically. You're gonna get in my opinion, I think you got Bruce Wayne as Ben Affleck, old as like old as ever, and he's gonna be like a retired, like superhero with other people doing their own thing, and yeah, it's gonna be like that, and then you're gonna get like this younger Batman playing Terry McGinnis as Batman of the future, and then um, going on to other comics, like Wonder Woman gets their own film and all that. Her story goes through. Aquaman gets their own film. I think two films of Aquaman should happen. And then you got Cyborg, which is one movie, I believe, one movie, and then you got others. Flash should have like three films after him, after the first Flash, and then you've got like another Justice League, like more Justice Leagues, like in the future. So like for example, the upcoming Justice League film is just a start. Like they all show the superheroes and all that. Then there's going to be a Justice League Part 2 or a second film. And then they should continue with solo movies after that. Life after the Justice League, like everyone's like separated and all that. And then next thing you know, it's going to be more solo movies, and then they're going to introduce a more, like another chapter of Justice League, so you're going to get like all the Justice League together. That's what I think that should happen, but who knows what's going to happen. In the Marvel Comics side, you're going to get like Avengers and more Avengers, and then solo movies and solo movies. Like it all depends on what the comics say, and nowadays like people who are making the comics, they're actually changing the way it looks right now. Oh, holy crap! My Apple Watch, people, my Apple Watch, flashy, kind of look like Iron Man in them. So you're gonna get like people saying, like different people, like for example, Thor is apparently gonna be a woman, Iron Man is gonna be a woman, a black, like a dark colored woman, like you're gonna get like things like that. I think they should stay the same, like But if it's up to the comics, like comic, writers that they want to change the story, then change the story. But at least explain, why. Where are the old people? I think Blade should, be it shouldn't be, um, like a movie series. It shouldn't be more movie series. I think it should be like um like Luke Cage or Jessica Jones. I think it should be like a mini series. Then that mini series should lead to like a Blade reboot, showing off Blade and everything like that. As Wesley Snipes, by the way. So yeah, um, I can't believe that Wesley Snipes is like teasing for Blade again, because I loved Blade when it came out. First Blade was so good. Second Blade was, yeah, it was alright, understandable. Daywalkers, and like people, different types of demons and all that. Third one was like, what? Where did Dracula come in? It should have been Morpheus, and then it should have been Morpheus, and it should have like a Spider-Man and Blade kind of crossover thing, which led to Amazing Spider-Man series with Andrew Garfield. Like crossing over with Blade. And leading to like a short fight, and that's how I think Blade 3 should have lasted. But yeah, and speaking of Spider-Man right now, Spider-Man Homecoming is all about um, the Sinister Six. Bless me. Um, it's all about the Sinister Six. They're gonna show off Vulture. They're gonna show off other people. They're gonna show off more. Like a Sinister Six kind of storyline. Then you're gonna see Kingpin for the first time. Then you're gonna see like the the end of Sinister Six where Chameleon comes in. It's basically like the animated series. I know exactly what's going on. I think Tom Holland is a perfect Superman, perfect Spider Man, because he is like really perfect, and like perfect size Spider Man. And also, after the Sinister Six chapter, they're gonna introduce Venom and Carnage again, and then after that is gonna be, like, um, Spider Man on its own, and yeah, after Avengers Infinity War, it's gonna be like Avengers versus Spider Man kind of thing. Moving on to Deadpool. Deadpool, the first one, was like a cross between Deadpool and his storyline, how he became Deadpool and everything like that. We all know how Deadpool was a good movie, you know. And then towards the end, you got like Deadpool crossing over with the X-Men, universe, which I thought was like really good. I thought it was really good, and which led to rumors of an X-Force movie, which could be with Cable and some other people. I haven't really got into the X-Men series, and which is going to be like really cool. In the second Deadpool that's coming out, it's going to have Luke Cage in it. I mean, what's his name? Cable. Cable's going to be in it, which could mean that the next X-Men film is going to be having Sinister in it, Sinister. And if you played the game Deadpool, the game, it's Mr. Sinister is the bad guy. So therefore, that the Deadpool 2 is going to be based on this Deadpool the video game, which is kind of going to be really good. Then you're going to see like an X-Men crossover where Wolverine comes in and meets Deadpool for the first time, and it's going to have that kind of cool stuff in it. Moving on to X-Men. X-Men, they're going to do like more X-Men kind of TV show, like comics and all that, X-Men versus, Apocalypse and X-Men Days of Future Past, and that series, that X-Men series, the comics, they've got it sorted basically. They have nailed the series X-Men wise, like movie wise. Before it was Patrick Stewart, now it's James something, which is kind of understandable because Patrick Stewart was an old man, like he was an old man. Then they moved to James McAvoy or something like that. And now he's bald and now he's all proper Professor X kind of thing. And you're gonna get more X-Men kind of series. Then Wolverine, like he's gonna get his own films. First couple of Wolverines were really good. The next couple of Wolverines should, like explain his future self. Like Old Man Logan was what he called and all that. If he's still got it and all that. And then, Marvel is all about. They're actually changing the stories as they progress. In the coming comics, sort of like now. So apparently, Wolverine is now a girl or something like that. And in the which means that in the next couple of movies, Wolverine will be an official girl or something like that. New storyline, new who this person is and all that. But only thing I really want them to do is basically I want them to like keep with the comics, keep with the comics as long as with new people in it. So for example, you're gonna get Spider-Man, Homecoming. Keep with the comics, make him do make him do like what I call comic book moments. Every time when I watch a film, a Marvel film or a DC film, I always, look very closely, and I always say that when, Batman versus Superman happened, that's a comic book, moment right there, because they actually fought in one comic book. We all knew that Batman could win because he's got a, kryptonite in his belt and all that, which kind of DC Comics nailed with Batman versus Superman, and now it's all Justice League kind of thing. So we all know what's going to happen there. Justice League versus, Darkseid. Darkseid's going to come in, be like, oh, look at me, I'm Darkseid. I'm here and that. I'm this and that. And then, which means that it's going to be more Clark Kent stories, such as Clark Kent meeting with Brainiac. Brainiac meeting with, more storyline from behind the thing. But yeah. So yeah, guys, this is like a Marvel rant going on, and what's been going on. My personal opinions on Marvel and the films. I'm getting into the YouTube grind for now, but if I suddenly stop, and you might be thinking where have I gone, then that basically means that depression has taken over and I can't be bothered with life anymore and just take a break and just like go with life as normal. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you in the next videos.